Remove the rivets.
We recommend wearing gloves when changing your lights. The oils on your fingers can create hot spots and cause the bulb to burn out prematurely.
Pry up the center of the rivet first. This will unlock it. Next, pry up the base of the fastener.
The steps needed to access the other side are the same as this side.
Remove the bolts by turning them counterclockwise. Lift the panel to remove it.
So now once we got the panel off, we're going to come and we have some fasteners up here that we want to look. Now, we want to take off pretty much the ones that are closest to the front of the car here, and we do not have to take off the two that are furthest to the outside. So you can leave those in there, but we're going to want to take out basically every other one here.
Pry up the center of the rivet first. This will unlock it. Next, pry up the base of the fastener.
There are 8 rivets that need to be removed. Turn the wheel to give yourself better access to the lining.
Remove the screws by turning them counterclockwise.
Turn the wheel to give yourself better access to the lining.
Remove the screws by turning them counterclockwise.
So our next step is going to be kind of coming towards the bottom, and we want to look kind of all along the front here. There's going to be some fasteners that we need to remove in order to get this bumper off. And there's a lot of fasteners under here, but the ones we're looking for is we have this one on the outside, kind of on the outside edge. And then we want to look, and there's 2 here. These are a little bit kind of more inside. It's right here and here. And then we also have an Allen wrench bolt that we need to remove right here. So this is going to be the exact same thing on the opposite side, and then we do have a few fasteners kind of more towards the middle of the car that we have to remove as well.
Remove the Allen bolt.
Okay, so once we have the 3 fasteners and the bolt, which came out of right here, we do have one more fastener on the side we have to take out. It's basically this one right here. You'll notice there's kind of an opening right here. It's the one that's kind of next to that opening. This one you can leave in there.
There are 3 more rivets that need to be removed.
So now we're on the opposite side, kind of underneath here. We're going to do the same thing we did on the other side. You got the one in the corner.
Remove the Allen bolt.
Remove the last rivet.
So now we're going to come to one side or the other, doesn't really matter which one. We're going to look kind of here in the wheel well, and what we want to do is kind of grab and wiggle and pull. And you can see that'll become disengaged there, and we can kind of just leave it at this point. Then what we want to do is we need to pull this section kind of out as well. If we look behind here, there's a little black tab, and my suggestion would just be a flathead, and you just got to kind of push on that tab, push it down as you kind of pull back on this, and you can see that'll kind of disengage it. And we just want to get it out of there and leave it loose for now, so that's all we kind of want to do. And then we're going to go do the same exact thing on the opposite side here.
Considering the amount of effort required to access the bulb assembly, we recommend replacing both sides at once.
So we have everything disconnected now, and basically what's going to happen is this top section, you should be able to just kind of pull that off, okay? So that whole section, we can just kind of pull that off right there. We can get the rest of the bumper off here. We just want to pull in a controlled manner. Just kind of slide this off here. I'm going to set it kind of down here, and once we kind of have it on the ground, what you're going to do is come here and here where your fog lights are, and we're going to disconnect this wiring. So the first thing I'm actually going to do is just disconnect it here. So we'll push the tab, pull the connector off. There is a little clip that kind of holds the wiring on there, and then basically we have the same exact thing on this side. And then once we have that disengaged, we can see our bumper is completely loose right now. We can completely get it out of the way, but I am just going to kind of set it down right here though. So now we're going to bring this section of the bumper back up. Now, I just want to point out that the panel section right here, that kind of needs to go underneath. So it should pretty much line up like that once you do this, but just a heads up. The first thing I'm going to do before I bring this back up is come down here. We're going to plug in both of these fog lights. If you don't have fog lights on your car, then this is one step you can skip.
Reconnect the connector.
So now that we have that in place, we're just going to kind of lift this up. We're going to kind of just get it into position here. Your best bet is to kind of line it up with the light, because that's going to kind of help you get it up the way that you need to. Kind of push. Okay, that side's looking pretty good. That side's looking pretty good. Okay, just make sure you don't let it fall, and then what we're going to do is we're going to kind of come to the sides and push these in and make sure that that's all good to go for when we want to start putting our bolts back in. Okay, so now we're going to come to the side and we're just going to kind of make sure this is all lined up. So we want to kind of just push on that. If you're having trouble with this, the liner in the wheel well could be kind of getting, you want the liner to be kind of on the inside of this. So just make sure that's happening here. If it's not, you could have some problems, but we got that in. Okay, we're looking good on this side. We're going to go do the same thing on the other side. So now we're going to bring kind of this top portion back in. I'm going to flip this over so I can show you, but essentially there's some kind of tabs. They're just little kind of slits here. Those have to kind of go into the front of the grill here. So my suggestion, I would kind of get this so we can kind of see that the ends are going to line up, and then kind of just come to the front and just kind of push it in there like this. And again, it might be getting caught up, so just be careful, but it should slide in pretty easily. And then once we have it in place, we can kind of push in, and these clips on the side will kind of click in there. And then last but not least, we just want to kind of check the front here. And my suggestion, just kind of lift up on this a little bit. And we can see I'm lifting up on it, but it's not popping up. If these tabs didn't go in and you kind of lift up on this, you don't have to push it hard or anything. But if you lift up on this and those tabs are not in, you'll see it kind of raise up a little bit. So I think we're good here. And then we can start putting the bolts and fasteners back in.
Replace the rivets. Align the base of the rivet first. Next, push down on the center to lock it in place.
So when we replace the main part of the bumper, you may notice we're kind of on the driver's side, bottom of the bumper here. You may have noticed this section kind of popped off. It may or may not have popped off. If it did, you just want to make sure that you replace it. And it's very simple. You just kind of pop it back on there and you're good to go.
Align the base of the rivet first. Next, push down on the center to lock it in place. Replace the Allen bolt. Replace the rivets. Align the base of the rivet first. Next, push down on the center to lock it in place. Replace the Allen bolt. Replace the rivets. Align the base of the rivet first. Next, push down on the center to lock it in place. Replace the screws by turning them clockwise.
Turn the wheel to give yourself better access to the lining.
Replace the screws by turning them clockwise. Replace the upper panel. Replace the rivets. Align the base of the rivet first. Next, push down on the center to lock it in place. Replace the bolts by turning them clockwise.
Make sure the assembly is tight and secure.